Alright, so I'm just going to be doing a little review of the Building a Second Brain content, specifically from the Just-in-Time Project Management unit from Tiago Forte. In this unit, he talks about different workflow strategies, and I'll just be demonstrating a couple of them in this note that I have pulled up here on my Evernote. So, the first strategy is the status summary strategy that I implemented here. And basically, it's just a really brief summary of where I'm at with the project and kind of what my future self should know, to quickly summarize everything that I have here. So in my status summary, I put that I need to research more to determine what topic I want to use, because I haven't quite figured out what topic I want to do yet. I put that I may need to take a step back from jumping straight into a podcast and instead take smaller steps. If I feel like it's too much to try to immediately start a podcast, maybe I should look at taking smaller steps to get there instead of just diving head first. And then that I must determine the audience of my podcast and where I want to publish it. Something that I just want myself to keep in mind is the audience and where I want to publish this podcast. So it's just really brief, really short. But it helps me kind of jog my memory instead of reading through the entirety of the note, even though like right now it's pretty short. But as I add to it and I grow this note specifically, I'll have this summary here to kind of help jog my memory with just a few quick sentences of where I'm at and what I need to do, as opposed to reading through the entire thing to try to catch myself up again. Say that I revisit this a couple months later or a year later or however long that is. So it's really nice, especially for notes that end up becoming very long, so that it can just easily give me the information that I need, and I don't have to go through the whole note to find it. The second one that I use here is Archipelago of Ideas, just writing down random ideas that I could use as a topic for my podcast. None of these are set in stone. Nothing is decided. It's literally just kind of like a brain dump, just dumping different things. First thing that comes to mind, just writing it down. And then later I can review this and I can add to it or take away from it and kind of hone in what topic I want to use for it. And then the final workflow strategy that I used here is interlinking notes. And here I have linked a couple of notes, which actually you can see are right here on the side, because I ended up putting them all in my Start a Podcast project folder. So they're all right here, but I can easily and quickly access them just by clicking on the link, and it'll take me to the note that is. And then I can, of course, review this and implement some of those same workflow strategies into this note. But it's just a way to quickly have access to them under this one note here. So this one note about my podcast or my information for my new podcast, I have my summary, my different topic ideas, and then here are just some tips in different notes that I have about successful podcast launches and such.